Welcome to What's Going On, the weekly podcast and videocast of First United Methodist Church in Yankton, South Dakota. Hi, this is Pastor Katie, and I welcome you to this week's episode of What's Going On, the weekly video and audio podcast of First United Methodist Church here in Yankton, South Dakota. I'm so glad that you are joining me this week. We are doing something a little different for the podcast in that I wanted to give you a little sneak peek of our VBS that's going to be happening this weekend, Friday night and Saturday morning and Sunday morning as well. And our theme for this year is concrete and cranes. And as you can see, we've got some busy bees working behind me trying to transform our church lobby into a construction zone. And you can see they're in their awesome vests. And so today I thought I would talk a little bit about VBS and then also to visit with some of the people who are so active in this ministry and what brings them to this ministry and why it's so important for us, for the church, and for our community. So as I said before, this year's theme is concrete and cranes, and it's going to begin Friday night, and it's going to go from 5:30 to 8:30 on Friday, and that's going to include a dinner meal. And then Saturday morning, they'll come back for 3 hours again, I think 8:30 to 11:30. And then Sunday morning for our 9 o'clock service, the VBS kids will be leading the music for the service, and we're going to continue on the theme with concrete and cranes. And so you might be wondering, what in the world does concrete and cranes have to do with Christ? And the theme verse for this year comes from Philippians, where Paul is writing, and he talks about that he is confident that the God who began a good work in you will bring it on into completion. And so there's a sense that we are all under construction in Christ. And so I'm excited to see how our children will learn about that. And when I say VBS, I really am talking about Vacation Bible School, that this is their opportunity to learn a little bit more about Christ in a fun and exciting environment. The kids will be doing different crafts. Behind me, you see that there's going to be some buckets out here. This will be their mission station. And we've been promoting on the slides at church different mission giving opportunities for the kids to bring mission items to VBS with them. And those items are going to go to 3 primary locations. The first is our Habitat for Humanity build. The church has been partnering with Habitat for Humanity this summer on their faith build. And so our children are going to be involved in that during their VBS time. They're going to be donating items, but then also our older VBS kids are going to be working on a project for the house during their VBS time. And so that's really exciting as well, that they get to put their own work and hard work into something to bless the Abraham family. And so that is there right behind me. And then they're going to be doing things like singing songs. They'll be learning some songs to sing for worship on Sunday. They're going to be doing some Bible lessons. They're going to be doing some crafting, just all kinds of, and then playing games as well, because it can't be VBS if we don't have games. And so I just want to take a moment, and I'm going to grab Tiffany Bestie, who is our children's education coordinator, director, all-around awesome person, and have her share a little bit more about this year's VBS and what you can expect. So here's Tiffany. Those of you who are part of the church probably are now very familiar with her face, as she's here as much as I am. So I've just done kind of a basic outline of what VBS is, but what can families expect when they come in on a Friday?
Sure. So you can pre-register for VBS, and that's actually probably preferred, just so we know who's coming and how many kids to expect. And we will put that link down below this YouTube video so that you can click on that and go to there. Otherwise, if you don't pre-register, we will have a table set up for you to register at, and we will have some name tags there for every kid to have one. That way, when they're with their group leaders, we all know what their names are. And then after they come in and they get themselves registered, we will go into Wesley Hall and have supper in there. And there might be a few little games set up in there, activities I should say, so that if a kid does get done eating, they've got something to do. Until we will head upstairs for what we're calling our worship rally time. And that's just to kind of get everybody excited, tell us a little bit about what the theme is for VBS this year. As you can see, we're construction workers. We're busy here. But the theme is concrete and cranes, and Jesus, building our faith upon him, building our foundation on him. And we actually have our, what's your official title, Foreman Evie? Are you foreman?
Site manager.
Site manager. Yeah, we got site manager Evie here. So she's going to be the one really kind of taking us through those 2 days of VBS and leading things upstairs. Do you want to talk a little bit about what Worship Rally is going to include when they're up there with you?
Well, we've got High Steel Worship Rally. We're going to have some fun skits going on with me and my husband, Brett. And then we'll be doing lots of singing and talking a little bit about the themes of our Vacation Bible School this year, which is, basically just building that strong foundation, making Christ the cornerstone of our foundation, and learning to spread the love and the forgiveness of Christ throughout the world to help others build a strong foundation in their lives as well. So it should be a lot of fun, I think.
Perfect. I think so too. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you. We'll call you back over if we need anything.
Got it,
All right. Evie's really the boss here this week, so she's really the boss woman. After Worship Rally, that's when the kids will divide out into about 4 groups, and as Pastor Katie said, we're going to have crafts, games, music time again with foreman or construction worker Evie, and then also a missions station, which the missions one might be the one that I'm most excited about. We're kind of using that theme of building a foundation and construction, and our older kids are actually going to be continuing to do some work for our Habitat House. There's a project that they're going to be putting together to take over to that Habitat House, so I'm excited about them to actually get to do some hands-on building with some things and with our trustees committee. So kind of carrying it down to those lower levels as well. And then our littler kids are going to be building tree houses. So though they're not building big houses.
Or bird houses.
Yeah, did I say a tree house? Not building a tree house, no.
I don't
bird
need a tree
houses.
house at my house.
Sorry. Building little bird houses. And so kind of the same thing as building a house, but theirs are just going to be a little bit smaller and something that they can take home with them. So then we'll come back into the end of the night for our closing rally, kind of wrap things up. On Friday night, it's always kind of pretty fun to be here because we play some pretty rockin' music in the sanctuary, and we've got some glow bracelets and necklaces. There will also be some door prizes given away on Friday night, and we just kind of draw some names from the people that are here. So hopefully you can cross your fingers and maybe take home a door prize on Friday night. Otherwise, then on Saturday, we just kind of started all over again. We will have breakfast served here. I think we're doing donuts, juice, and milk, so that's always fun. Head upstairs for another opening worship rally. Go through our stations again that morning, wrap things up with those, and then finish with the closing worship or worship rally at the end of the day on Saturday. And we will be done at about 11:30 on Saturday. The really fun part of then is we want everybody to come back Sunday morning to our 9 o'clock service and show our congregation members what it is that we've been doing for the last 2 days, sing them the songs that we've been learning. They will be invited to sing with us, and just kind of wrap up everything that's been going on. And as Evie said, just talking about that faith, that solid foundation, and building our faith on that cornerstone. So hopefully, if you haven't registered yet, definitely still join us. There's no deadline on that. If you can only make it Saturday morning, come on just Saturday morning. We'd be happy to have you then. And if you register when you get here, that's fine as well. You do not have to pre-register, but you can pre-register beforehand if you'd like to.
And so, Tiffany, what happens if you get, what was the goal for the registration number?
50. If we get 50 kids pre-registered, was the goal, pre-registered, we get to spend a little time shooting some silly string at Pastor Katie. And I'm looking forward to that. I want a can all for myself. So I think as of this morning, we were probably about 10 kids short of that 50. So I've got my fingers crossed. I'm pretty hopeful that we're going to come through on this, but we want that opportunity to shoot some silly string at her.
So am I going to have 50 kids shooting silly
No.
string?
I don't have 50 cans. I didn't get 50 cans, but I'm hoping every kid will get the opportunity to spray you. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
You should be. Yep, come prepared, bring goggles.
Yeah, you're gonna see me in like a hazmat suit. I'll be ready to go for that. No, I'm really excited about being here and being a part of this. This is the first time that I've gotten to do VBS here in Yankton. Last year, obviously, everything was a little bit different, so we didn't get to. So this is coming back after 2 years of doing it.
I'm pretty excited about this too because this theme, this idea has been around since when we were supposed to have VBS last year. So finally, I'm getting to see some of it all come together here. So it's pretty exciting to see where we started at a long time ago and what it's going to come to this weekend.
So now you have kind of these volunteers that have been part of VBS
Yes.
for a long time and
Yes.
keep coming back. And so I want to hear a little bit from them about
Absolutely.
what it is that makes VBS so special.
I agree. Let's hear from them.
Yeah.
Lisa, why don't you talk to us about your contributions? They're amazing.
Sure. Well, I help out with VBS every year because it's so much fun. I think it's a time when all of the church can always relate because they've gone to VBS as when they were children as well. I've signed up my 2 kids, my younger one, my older one's begging me to help out because she knows the games and everything outside are very, very fun. So. But I help out every year. I feel like it's one of the things that a church does to build community. And so anytime you can have people that get to know each other through a short amount of time for a kid celebration just to kick off the year is a great thing. So definitely building the community with people and learning each other and working together.
So what would you give as advice or encouragement for a first-time VBS volunteer?
You know, I feel like it's no pressure at all. I feel like everyone just ebb and flows and then says, oh yeah, this is easy. And then we just kind of tag team. So even if it's the first time, volunteering, it's so, I don't know, everyone's so genuine, everyone's authentic, and everyone helps each other out. And it's just a very welcoming feel, and no one feels uncomfortable because we all just kind of pitch in and have some laughs along the way. So
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Who else should we pull in here?
Both of them. Evie, why don't you go ahead? Evie's
Sure.
been around a long time helping with VBS.
Yeah, so Evie, how long have you been helping with VBS?
Boy, I haven't kept an accurate count, but I've been doing it for a lot of years. I love to come and do things with the kids for music and the opening and closing. I have a little bit of a theatrical bent. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed that before, but I like to get in there and act super goofy with the kids and hopefully get a few laughs out of them while teaching them about the wonderful things about Jesus, and what it can mean for their lives and stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, this is really great to be back for this vacation Bible school because the last year and a half has been so strange. And this is coming at the perfect time because it can kick off the rest of our year here at the church and make sure everybody has a lot of fun before we get into the fall and back into the kind of normal schedule.
Yeah, that was part of our hope with doing it this year. Well, one, doing it in August was we were hoping things would be as kind of normal as we could make them. And, well, in this day and age, nothing's ever normal. But with that idea of really this is the launch back into full operating church life.
Right.
And so, yeah, we couldn't be more excited. What would you say is the thing you're most excited about for this year's VBS?
I really love this theme. It's really exciting. It's very easy to get kids kind of into construction stuff. Girls, boys, it doesn't matter. Everybody loves their Tonka trucks, and and the music is really fun. It's very rock and roll kind of this year, a lot of the songs, and I think they're just going to love it. I've been listening to it on a loop for the last few days, trying to get myself prepped and amped up to really have a lot of fun with the kids, so I think they're really going to love it.
Well, I think that'll be something for all of us to be excited about because Sunday morning for our 9 o'clock service, that will be our music for the service because we're going to be continuing on and all of this will still be up because we're really saying that Sunday morning worship is a part of VBS this year. So I'm excited to hear that music as well.
You will love it.
Yeah. So who else do we got here?
I didn't know I was going to have to do this.
This is very off the cuff podcast this week, so you really get people's genuine reactions.
No, the biggest thing I've always said about VBS here at this church is this is the reason my kids and I started coming to this church. We were invited by Molly Nedved, and we loved how welcoming everything was, and my kids enjoyed it so much. So we had started coming to church here after VBS, and now are members now for the last 2 or 3 years. I can't remember for sure. So it's an awesome program. You guys should come, even, if you can only come for one day, like Tiffany said, it's going to be awesome to just get everyone back together.
Yeah. So what would you say is the most that you're excited about for this year's VBS?
I'm excited that we're having it. I just, like everyone, I'm so glad things are back to normal and that our kids can just get back together and have one more really fun event before they go back to school.
Yeah, and VBS will really be leading into some fun things. We've got our backpack blessing that's happening on the 22nd because school will be
I know.
Nobody's ready for that, but that's where we're at right now. And then we'll be having our full launch with 605 coming back this year, and we've got Children's Church again during that 9 o'clock service. That'll be starting up in September. So really, this is the kickoff to our full fall season for children's ministry, which again, like you said, it's just been so different in the last year. So I'm super excited about that.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Let's see. I think
Should go hide?
we had one more helper, but I think she's hiding from me. So we're gonna let her skip out on being in the podcast today. But I hope this is giving you a little bit of excitement around VBS this year. And as you come on Sunday for worship, that you can kind of see what the kids have been about, what is happening, what these things are about, and know that we do all of this for the sake of the children so that they can learn and be in a place where they know that God loves them, where they know that they have people here that love and care for them, that are investing in them, that this is a church that is for our children. They are a part of our church, and we want this to be a place that they want to be at. And so that's something that we are all working hard to make happen. And so I'm just really excited about this. If you haven't registered yet, please do so. Concrete and Cranes. Again, if you get to that 50 mark, sounds like I'm getting hit with silly string, and so you're not going to want to miss out on that. Hopefully, though, someone will get a video of that. Maybe we'll share it in worship as well. But we're going to keep this one a little short today, but I just wanted to give you that little sneak peek of what's happening as we prepare for VBS to return to First United Methodist once again. And so may God continue to build in you on that solid foundation of Jesus Christ. May you know God's love, may you know God's peace, and may you know how God is working in you. I'll see you guys all next week. God bless. Thank you for joining us on this episode of What's Going On, a video and audio podcast of First United Methodist Church in Yankton, South Dakota. We'd love to have you join us for worship on Sundays, and we have two options available. 9 a.m. is our contemporary service, and 10:30 a.m. is our traditional service. You can find those online as well at our website, www.firstumcyankton.org, or on YouTube.